What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to the week of the Heroes for Hire podcast. This is Hero Zero. This is the show where we choose one comic book character every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, so we generally just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. I am joined as always by my best man, Mr. Sean. Me and Sean, how's it going?
I'm great, Connor. Got that Friday feeling. Looking forward to another terrible DC report. Fucking got him.
He lulled me into a false sense of friendship. Everyone gather around, it's Friday evening, we can relax, you dickhead. Yeah. Oh no.
It's a classic bit. You compliment him, then you kick him in the balls.
I know, I think you look really nice today.
Oh, thanks, man.
For a big ugly bastard.
Oh no, I'm sensitive about that.
For being a big ugly bastard. If this is your first episode, I don't know where to even begin. But
catch up.
Catch up. I mean, but it's not normally like this, is it? Is it?
Yeah. I wish I could say it wasn't.
I wouldn't say it's better, but I wouldn't say it's not like this.
It's usually more structured, I'll say.
Well, I don't know about that.
He's about to lead into some kind of pitch about following us or going to our Patreon. But
I was literally, that's so weird. That's with every episode ever. So this is the Heroes for Hire podcast. To help to support the show, you can give us a follow on all the platforms, blah, blah, blah. But you can give us a like and all that good stuff. But we are going for 200 5-star reviews on Spotify before the winter solstice. That's very important.
Yeah, which is coming up. Because time doesn't stop for anyone, not even two mildly successful podcast hosts.
And us. Also that other show.
Very mild.
Very mild. Speaking of success, Sean, we have a Patreon.
Oh, that's it. That's cooking at the minute.
And Sean, that list is getting longer every single week. And what that means is over there, basically for the price of one coffee every single month, all the legends over there support us. Basically means this show is completely ad-free and they all get a bunch of extra movie reviews and extra content over there. There's also some Patreon exclusive merch that you can only get over there when you're made Patreon for a certain number of times. There's a whole thing. Yeah. But basically, the links to all that stuff is down below. So if you want to support the show, you can help us out. If you are a patron, your name gets read out at the end of every Monday episode, I assume. And Sean,
yeah, like kind of the main, because we do Hero Zero because we like doing Hero Zero.
Yeah.
The main show. All of the patron names get read out. You also do get the privilege of naming yourself whatever the fuck you want in the world.
And he literally has to read it. Well, now, we have said that before, but we've also said the caveat, lads, come on, like, within reason.
We do get journalistic privilege of editing whatever the fuck you say.
There's marginal groups he cannot say that about.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to call out a single patron and just like make them a scapegoat, but I won't do it because I have integrity.
I will. Here we go.
All right, Russ.
Fuck you. No, look, if you want to support us, you can do all that stuff. But other than that, you can just tell one human being we exist.
Just the one, please.
But Sean, it's time to get into some comic book stuff. So it's my week. And that meant that I get to talk about a DC character. Now, what I've done this week is, because we get a lot of suggestions, a lot of recommendations, and I'm trying to catch up to all of them that came through. Because people are kind enough to be like, oh, I like this character. And half the time, I've never heard of them. And so my new thing now is I'm just trying to get through that list because I have a lot of them to catch up with. Mm-hmm. Thank you to everyone who sent them in. But this one came in from Sam over on Blue Sky. And
we love Blue Sky.
Blue Sky is, we do a lot of posts over there. People are very nice to us. Since we came over there, we've had a whole host of people came back to us, so we now like it.
It's good. It's nice Twitter.
Did you say Twitter or XD Everything app?
Sorry, XD Everything app. At Grok, what's the actual name of it?
Grok, help me. Help me podcast. How long do you think... I don't know when we started the bit that you are a massive shill for XD Everything app, but it has to be at least 2 years ago.
I think it's like nearly since it was bought.
Yeah.
I need everyone to know I fucking hate it. But I like...
That's why I laugh every time. Because it's so funny. And then when you ask Grok to help you...
It's such a pathetic place.
But no, Sean, please, at Grok, help us.
At Grok, how do I follow the Heroes for Hire podcast?
Well done, very good. I don't need your help, Grok. Dickhead, I know. Sean, this week I'm going to be talking about Sam's favourite character that I have never heard of until I did this report, so I'm catching up with everyone, and that is one of Lobo's villains, one of Lobo's enemies. And Lobo's enemies are different because this is a Lobo enemy who, because Lobo's not nice, really. So
he's really on the anti-side of anti-hero, right?
So I would say, Sean, what would classify as a villain for Lobo?
I mean, are you going to tell me about Hitler? Like, what are we doing?
Wrong end of the scale. Go back.
Oh, I see. Okay, a good guy, a good person.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. I don't trust him. You know,
he's too. What's he up to? What's he doing? Toy Story 9.
It's that Age of Ultron quote. I don't trust a guy without a dark side. You know.
What are you doing, Tom? I'm going to be covering a character called Ernest Whittle, otherwise known as Goldstar.
Okay, so he's like I'm the best guy. Is his persona?
He's literally the nicest man in the world.
You didn't tell me they made a comic book character based on me, Connor.
Absolutely not, Sean, because think of Superman. He is the goody version of Superman.
Jesus. That can't be entertaining to read.
Well, that's the point, because Lobo hates him.
Okay, now that works. Okay.
So his creators were Alan Grant and Val Samix. And Goldstar, the Goldstar name is, there's been, I think, 3 or 4 Goldstars in DC comic books. So I think originally Booster Gold, that was his original chosen superhero name. So if you remember correctly, Booster Gold in the comic books, it's a character we've covered. He comes back from the future. And he's in front of, he saves the day, and President Ronald Reagan is like, firstly, trickle down economics, but secondly, he's like, what's your name, son? That's very specifically in the comic book panel. He's like, what's your name,
It's a whole full-page spread, he says.
It's in a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. And he's like, what's your name? And Booster Gold, his nickname is Booster in football when he was playing, and there's a superhero that he loves called Goldstar. So the idea is that he fucks up the name when he's telling him, and he says Booster Gold instead of Goldstar, which was the original idea of what he wanted to be called. And so Ronald Reagan introduces him as Booster Gold. The name sticks, goes from there. But Booster Gold, the name, is very much just kind of... Goldstar, the name, is very much linked to Booster Gold, because at one stage his secretary uses the Goldstar costume called Trixie Collins. She becomes Goldstar, and then Booster's twin sister Michelle Carter comes back in time, and she's also interested in becoming a superhero, and she becomes Goldstar. But this Goldstar has nothing to do with Booster Gold or anything to do with that. But technically for these reports I have to tell you this, because I'd have someone being like, what about Trixie?
So we're not talking about that one. We're talking about a specific
I'm
Goldstar.
talking about Mr. Whittle.
I only deal with Whittle, okay?
I love Whittle boys.
No,
boys who are Whittle, I say.
Connor, quick sidebar on the podcast.
Legally, can you do anything if I've said Whittle?
No, because... No, but I feel like you shouldn't push it.
A good lawyer would get me off. I'm at the beach. There's lots of Whittle boys.
And I'm looking for someone to get me off.
Well, some of these Whittle boys put on some sun cream for me.
We can't use any of this.
I'm just talking to the Whittle family. What are you talking about? It's my extended family.
Oh yeah, I just keep it within the family. That's fine.
So Ernest was one of two boys fathered by a philosopher whose field was the study of good and evil. And so, because of this, he conducted experiments on his own children.
What a fucking psycho.
And Ernest was raised in a loving, moral environment.
He was very earnest. He was very sincere about everything.
Whereas his brother, Rasputin, was handed over to slavers.
What? What year did this character come out? Sorry.
First appearing in comic books in Lobo, I think it was Volume 2, number 5, in May of 94.
That's too recent.
Yeah. It's May 94. And so the idea is the father has 2 kids, one Ernest, one called Rasputin, and he just is like, well, we know which one's going to the slavers.
Do you think he named him first, or he like
worked backwards?
Yeah.
It would be many years later, when Ernest had become Goldstar, that he would be reunited with his long-lost brother, who had become a violent criminal, as you can imagine, called Bloodhound. So his psychopathic twin had come to Harmony. The Harmony is the name of the place that he lives.
Okay.
And it's basically a different planet. It's out in space. It's not Earth.
Goldstar, named Ernest, lives in Harmony.
Yes.
Okay.
You're getting the bit. Lobo's in on it. Because the Lobo comics and the Lobo character, we talked about before, it's Deadpool, Wolverine combined together kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a self-referential, hyper-violent, knows it's a comic kind of thing.
And so, I mean, they're doubling down on this big time. And so he finds out that his brother, who has returned, and he's evil, and he's called Bloodhound, he's got a terminal disease. And his dying wish is to kill his brother. Because imagine seeing your brother being given everything and you were given the slavers.
This reminds me of... Did we have a character, right? I think it was the Fiddler. Who the Fiddler also had a twin brother named Maestro.
Yes!
Maestro was given every opportunity, and the Fiddler was just like left to his own devices.
So you're saying this character took inspiration from the 1950s Fiddler comics?
I hope it was inspiration and not theft, is all I'm saying.
I assume they copied it word for word.
Right. Even the part where he kills that Indian sage.
Even the part where he uses a violin in prison to break out of prison somehow.
He constructs a rudimentary violin out of prison implements.
And makes it magic.
Escapes from prison.
Well, this has nothing to do with any of that.
No, but it's wild that it happened twice.
You'd have a lot of nickels. But his brother is basically Superman from this planet, right? He's like the greatest person that's ever lived. His brother is now evil and Bloodhound. So Bloodhound shows up and he's like, I'm here to take you down with me, brother, right? I know you're the big dog around here, but you're dying, right? Bloodhound, when he arrives, though, has a large bounty on his head and is being pursued by none other than Lobo, who has been... He's chasing the bounty that is on Bloodhound's head.
Okay, so he's chasing the bounty on a man with a terminal disease.
He doesn't know he has a terminal disease, though. He just has a bounty at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
He also... what I would say is Goldstar also doesn't know that Bloodhound has a terminal disease. He just thinks his evil brother has come back.
Oh, okay, but Bloodhound wants... I'm going to fight my brother till I die.
Yes. When Goldstar intervened with the brawling thugs, so they start fighting, and he meets his brother for the first time, but it's short-lived because Lobo's just about to kill him, and to Goldstar it looks like Lobo kills him, but in reality he dies from his disease. But Lobo doesn't get the kill, but Goldstar thinks he got the kill.
The timing of that is impeccable.
Goldstar is devastated and he vows to track down Lobo and make him pay for the death of his twin that he has just met again.
Okay. So now he's sworn like a blood oath to kill Lobo, or bring Lobo to justice.
Yeah, and he's generally depicted as like the antithesis to Lobo. He's kind, decent, clean cut, generally just like a stick up his arse. But all he wants to do, by the way, on his planet of harmony is he just wants to encourage niceness, decency, and heroism in the universe.
But because he's in a Lobo comic, that's framed as a bad thing.
Lobo's like, who's this dickhead?
That's amazing.
Right? And so then the only thing that makes him feel any negativity is seeing Lobo kill his brother, he thinks. So
here's the
Lobo's
dark
the
side.
only one he dislikes.
So the man who loves everyone and everything hates one guy.
Now Lobo, he doesn't even think about it, right? He moves on with his life, and he actually, at this point, is broadcasting his new religion around the galaxy, because Lobo just lives a different life than everybody else. It's the Church of the Almighty Frag, disguised as one of the congregation. Goldstar tries to denounce the charlatan's extortionate scam, but he's ejected from the meeting by one of the pastors.
So sorry, is Lobo doing a Scientology and he gets called out?
That's exactly what he's doing, yes. Because he wants money.
I don't respect it, but I understand it.
Determined to make the wicked man pay for his indecency, he continued to follow them to the planet Hoozer, where Lobo intended to make one last big haul before giving up his blasphemous scheme for more violent pursuits because he was bored of trying to pretend like he was God.
Yeah, being God is... I want to kill people.
Yeah, I'm too busy trying to get people's money, but I've given up on what I truly love, which is killing people.
I have too much parish admin to do. I need to murder.
Ad hoc duties, he says. He smashed the detonator and... Goldstar uncovered their plot for a false revelation of a planetary apocalypse by staging an explosion. So the idea is that Lobo figures out that the only way to get out of this, he's in too deep. And the way to get out is to have, an apocalypse. So he set explosives all around the planet. He's going to blow it up. And be like,
Christ.
It's an apocalypse. This is what I was telling you about.
I was right.
Yes. So Goldstar comes across this plan and he smashes the detonator and confronts the con men. But he's overpowered by Lobo and Pastor Janus, and the two brutes and their dog. Lobo had the foresight to have a backup timer on the explosives, and the explosion in her cave, rich with concussium, set off a chain reaction, obliterating the entire planet.
Just as Lobo predicted.
Lobo then escapes, and Goldstar is left suspended in space, unconscious, as the planet is now blown up, and Lobo is free from all of those fucking stupid followers that were giving him money.
But surely now he's just validated his religious message, because apocalypse did happen.
Now more people will follow him because he has survived.
Yeah.
Goldstar was discovered by a passing space vessel. However, the planetary explosion left him with amnesia. He was stumbled upon by Lobo and Janus in a public restroom where the confused man was working as a janitor now. Goldstar vaguely recognised Lobo, who was insulted he couldn't even remember his own nemesis.
Lobo's quite a distinctive figure as well, I would
But he
say.
now has amnesia and he can't even remember the one guy he hates. So when the bounty hunters figured out the memory loss problem, they decided to play a cruel prank on Goldstar.
Pranking him?
Informing him that his name was Dick and he was their slave. They actually required his help when they became pinned down in a firefight, forcing him out to remember how to fly so he could get them to safety. Janus used his obedient servant to act as a waiter at Lobo's surprise birthday party. However, during the party, a chandelier fell off the ceiling and fell onto his head. Goldstar instantaneously recalled all of his past memories, including the terrible things that the two boys had done to him.
That might be the one instance in the history of storytelling where a falling chandelier has been a benefit to someone.
The resulting brawl ended with the diner burning down as he tried to kill the two brothers.
I love how it's on site as well. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to fucking kill these guys.
And it's so funny that it's like the goody Superman. That he's just the nice... And by the way, wait till I get to his powers. All of his powers are set up to just be the nicest man in the world. But these two just... Lobo's a dick.
pricks.
The Goldstar had been keeping tabs at the same time on Darkseid's operations because he's a good guy. And so he decided his operations around a thing called the Source Wall, awaiting the return of the God Wave. I'm not going to get into this story, Sean, but just look, Darkseid's up to some, right?
That's all I need to know, Connor. Thank you.
Goldstar tasks himself with patrolling the perimeter to keep others from entering the space that he deems off limits, because he's like, Darkseid's going to show up any minute here. I'm going to be here when he arrives. However, Lobo and a busload of drunken bounty hunters have planned to crash Darkseid's Destruction of the Universe party, that they had dubbed it, and they ignored Goldstar's warnings and ran him over, leaving him for dead.
Just... a lot happened in that sentence. I just want to address busload.
So Darkseid's doing an apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
He's ending the universe, the destruction of the universe.
Classic Darkseid.
Classic Darkseid. The thing with all of Lobo's comics is like you have all these things that are happening, but it doesn't actually matter. So there's a destruction of the universe happening. Goldstar's like, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to patrol the area. But Lobo and a busload of drunken bounty hunters that he assembles have driven there, or have gotten there basically as a way to like, let's watch the universe end, won't this be a laugh?
Let's make a bit of a night of it, kind of a thing.
But they've accidentally hit Goldstar and left him for dead. Right. Goldstar almost succumbed to the cold embrace of death, yet found the strength to keep fighting, not for himself, but the fate of others. And even banished the Grim Reaper with all the goodwill that he could muster.
Fuck, he refused death.
The virtuous superhero blew over Darkseid's vessel and spotted the bounty hunters dying at the hands of a big monstering. There's this big entity called the Ziggurat, and it's basically like destroying things. They're all the bounty hunters are basically dying at the hands of this big monster, right? So Goldstar comes back to life, he awakens, and he's like, oh no, people are in trouble, even though they're the same lads that just killed them. Right?
Also, love how like he's like essentially a Superman-esque figure. Can just be hit by a bus and die.
Knowing his power, however, was no match for Darkseid. Goldstar willingly he sacrificed himself with all the energies that were going around in the God Wave, and the overwhelming force was too much for a mortal host, and it tore Goldstar apart in a blazing burst of light. The brilliance blinded the Ziggurat, allowing the bounty hunters the opening to defeat the creature. So he saved Lobo with his last dying breath.
The one man he hates the most in the universe.
The surviving rabble returned home, disrespectfully throwing empty bottles at the severed remains of Goldstar, who sacrificed his life.
That's what he would have wanted.
Lobo was anonymously invited to Goldstar's funeral and attended just to gloat. The service was held. The service was held at Heropolis, with Super Rev giving the eulogy. There were many righteous heroes attending, including Captain Yodel, Little Mrs. Good as Gold, Mr. Big But Nice, and Captain Heimlich.
Those are Connor's next 4 hero or zeros.
However, Lobo's invitation was a plot by the Goldstar fan club to exact revenge on him because he had killed their hero.
And the fan club, is that just regular people?
Yes.
How did that go?
They, however, had hired some people to plant an electromagnetic generator on Lobo, which when activated caused him to see visions of Goldstar rising up from the dead, along with a whole cemetery of fallen heroes. The illusion caused Lobo to defeat himself in battle, and as an ironic punishment, his body was rendered down to power a machine that spread good vibes across the universe. So that's how the issue ended. That they powered Lobo down to be like, there's this machine that gives off good vibes.
That's it. So is that how Lobo dies? Or
no. Lobo's issues they're a different thing.
He's a Looney Tunes character.
Exactly. He's a Looney Tunes. Things just happen to Lobo. And then he could have he could be squashed. And then the next issue he's fine.
Okay. That as a an arc. It's nice, because Lobo wins but also loses, because Lobo is bad. But I love that the, like, paragon of justice and virtue is the bad guy in this comic.
So I wanted to talk about all of his powers, abilities, and his strength, and I tried to get this list together. So he normally has flight, super strength, virtual invulnerability, AOK senses, and a nice vibes radiation.
I have two questions. What's AOK senses?
Oh, I'm about to get into that. It's amazing. So his strength is apparently strong enough. He's able to compress a lump of coal into a diamond. So pretty strong. Good. And he can also typically hurt Lobo, who is fairly strong in terms of levels. His durability, he is too pure to be harmed by insult or bullet.
He's rubber, you're glue.
He endures being punched simultaneously by Bloodhound and Lobo and is up a short time later. And he endures being punched by many different people, so he's fairly strong. He ignores Lobo's bullets and claims no bullet can pierce him. And he also endures a planetary explosion, but it doesn't give him amnesia for a while. So, I mean, that's pretty good.
But if you had to be planetarily exploded, you'd take amnesia.
Yeah. The AOK senses, by the way, he has AOK vision, which lets him detect kids helping an elder cross the street nearby.
The most valuable power of all.
He overhears an explosion in space and then also overhears Lobo and Bloodhound's conversation with his AOK hearing. So he's got really good hearing. He can see the mineral content of a planet. He has goody vision, which lets him see through walls. People with all these names are just like Lobo named them. So he has AOK hearing. He can eavesdrop for miles. He can see through walls. He can see the mineral content of planets. All that good stuff. Now his radiation is very cool because he can radiate rectitude. He can radiate rectitude from his hands, which can incapacitate criminals with niceness.
So rectitude being like feeling bad about what you've done.
Yeah. He can crank up the niceness vibes to maximum, which even Lobo and Bloodhound could hardly resist. Lobo even began to think his name was Bambi at one point because he felt so nice about everything.
It's like the penance stare, but it doesn't kill you.
Just the opposite. He makes two criminals who were threatening to kill someone immediately try to give that someone gifts.
That's the only power he needs, surely.
Yeah. He could apparently cleanse people's minds of all evil with the fullest force of his good vibration. Even Lobo's, although Lobo wasn't going to let that happen.
So Lobo refused.
He just refused.
He was like, you could be good, but I don't want to be.
He doesn't want to be. He apparently banished death from taking him because he was so good.
Is death in DC like a thing like it is in Marvel?
No, I think it's in Lobo.
It's fair. Just the out of, it's a Lobo thing, don't worry.
It's a Lobo thing. Look, it's the Looney Tunes. It's against Goldstar's code of ethics to harm another being. He owns a soup kitchen, which he volunteers at. He's built his own correction centre for voluntary rehabilitation for criminals. And he knows his powers can't beat Darkseid. And when he does try to actually defeat him, he tries to tune in with the God Wave and is ripped limb from limb. So the idea of Goldstar is basically he is on his planet, he is the kindest, nicest, best person that's ever lived. But Lobo hates that shit.
Wait, yeah, and I like how he only encounters Lobo because his own brother wants to kill him.
Yeah, basically.
And then immediately he's just like, fuck this guy.
If he was just allowed to stay on his planet and be their Superman, like, he would just be everybody's grand. Crime is completely non-existent on that planet because everybody is so nice.
Yeah, he's in a utopia. Yeah. But then suddenly his brother, his his twin brother, who his
Who's
psychiatrist father,
Yeah.
made sure he was raised by the worst possible people,
Yeah.
decides he wants to die at his brother's hand. And then Lobo is also following him because there's the bounty. And then he conveniently dies, and Goldstar thinks Lobo kills him.
And which ruins his life, because now Lobo is part of his life.
And now but now Goldstar also knows hate.
Yes. So basically his whole entire life is turned upside down for the appearance of his evil brother and Lobo.
I mean, like, shout out to Sam, because this was... We would never have talked about this character otherwise.
I just really enjoy the fact that he owns a soup kitchen. He's really just trying to help everyone. And Lobo's like, this fucking... Oh, he's the worst. Isn't he the least cool guy ever? What a dick. So that's my report on Goldstar.
What a report. But that was genuinely a character I'd never heard about, never known anything about. And now, justice for Goldstar.
And we got a whole segment on Whittle Boys.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Hero or Zero.
I said Whittle.
I know you said Whittle, but you said it too much. It's weird. We will be back on Monday with another episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We will be back next Friday with another episode of Hero or Zero. Big thank you to all of our patrons over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Everyone who supports us over there means that these episodes are ad-free. They also get movie reviews and all kinds of other goodies over there. So if you want to support us, that is the best way to do it. You can also go to any of the socials linked below. And you can also just tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
So I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Sean Mean.
I shall see you next week, guys.
Bye.